Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, a Game of Thrones mod. And just as we left off last time, the Westerlands are going to war. That's right, if you didn't see last episode, I definitely recommend checking out, especially the end of it. Everything kind of went crazy, and right now, Lord Paramount Tyrion the Imp is at war with the Iron Throne, specifically King Stannis, trying to gain our independence. Obviously had enough of Stannis killing fellow Lannisters. Tyrion the Imp took advantage of King Stannis. I believe he declared war on, the Iron Islands for a blood feud. So he took advantage of that and decided to claim independence. So lots of wars going on right now. It'd be nice to see, it'd be very interesting to see kind of Westerlands and Iron Islands join together to attack the Iron Throne. But I think we're pretty much on our own for this war. We are still playing as Sir Gregor Clegane, of course, 42 years old, still got some life left in him. He is depressed at the moment, but I'm sure that will clear up once we get him some bloodshed and murder. As it tends to do for everyone, really. I think that's the best cure. That's a complete joke, of course, please don't take that seriously, and definitely don't go and murder anyone. So we do have quite a healthy family line at the moment. We have our son Arnold Clegane, good old Arnie, huge and strong. He will definitely be an excellent heir, and engaged to a genius in Corella Sand. One of the... Actually, okay, I was going to say one of the Jordanes, not anyone in particular. I thought it was because he was a sand. I don't know what I thought. I kind of suddenly thought for a moment that it was going to be, Martell. I'm forgetting all the words right now. Anyway, we're going to carry on, set it playing, and see what happens. We are, of course, going to... Sir Gregor the Rome is in a state of war, and as such, as your Liege Lord Paramount, command that you provide men to support my armies. So... if we say I will not concern myself for now, that increases Tyrion's opinion, so I presume that's the right option. I think that might be to do with the war for the Iron Islands, because obviously it didn't quite change in time. Oh no! One of our smaller groups of men was attacked by raiders from Lord Lucimore of Volmark. All hail his grace, Tyrion of the House Lannister, the third of his name, King of the Rock and the Westerlands, Lord of Castle Rock, Shield of Lannisport, and Protector of the realm. There you go. Oh, that's me. There we go. I mean, it's a bit of a difference. So there we go. He asked for the rock from his father. His father wouldn't give it to him, and now he is King Tyrion of the Rock. Married to a Tyrell as well. Surprisingly, they didn't then get involved on our side, actually. Interesting. All hail King of the Rock. I was going to make a Milan reference, but I decided not to. I decided against it. Tyrek Lannister. Oh no, he's killing Lannisters. Ah, that's just disappointing. Teget Lannister, son of Titus. Oh, so it was... trying to figure out what relation he'd be. One of his cousins, I think. Decided to institute the medium feudal taxes. I'm just going to approve of everything because I'm Gregor Clegane. I'm too stupid to know any better. So anything our liege lord says is best, I just agree with. Oh no. I can see where this is going. Riding through the countryside together with my escort, I come upon a lonely inn. It is empty aside from a nervous-looking innkeeper who nevertheless promises food and wine at a very reasonable price. My party and I sit down at a table. Innkeeper, bring us the best you have to... I know what's going to happen. Yep, there we go. Soon after... oh dear. Soon after the innkeeper disappears into the kitchen, we notice a foul odour emanating from somewhere below the floorboards. One of my escort pulls open a loose board to reveal a massive manure pit. Before we can react further to this bizarre find, the floor explodes beneath my feet. Sir Gregor Clegane is dead. Oh, I was assassinated. And now my son, 2-year-old Arnold of Fang Tower, takes the lordship. Oh dear. That is not good. Your father, Sir Gregor Clegane, has died. Now it falls to you to decide whether to make the funeral a big and special event, or just keep it a small and private one. Just a small private funeral. I don't think many people are going to care enough to turn up. So we are still at war, but unfortunately we're not going to play any part in the war. And we are now going to have to appoint a new... oops, I meant to pause it. A new court. Well, the same court, basically. But put them all back in their positions. Spymaster, Gerion, Maester, whoever. So we're going to get them basically do... Does this mean I've lost... Yeah, I've lost my claim on tendering now. Which is fine. I don't think I really want that. No, actually I do. I'm lying. So we're going to fabricate a claim on tendering again. Going to collect taxes. We're going to build a spy network in King's Landing, actually, this time. Because I don't think I'm at the point where anyone's going to try and assassinate me, so we should be fine. So there we go, we are now playing as a 2-year-old child, which is when it gets quite interesting. So our sister, Livia Clegane, is currently the regent, so she's technically ruling. Of course, this may now present problems, because we do have our other relatives, and these have good claims, because through Edric they'll have a claim on the Seven Kingdoms, so it may work in our favour, but it also might go horribly wrong for us. And of course the Westerlands now have lost one of their best commanders, so it's going to be a bit interesting. He is suffering more and more revolts though, King Stannis, which may affect his army, although we're attacking the rebels for some reason, which I don't quite understand. Ooh, are we going to sack King's Landing? Oh, we could have been sacking King's Landing right now, but instead we're dead in the ground. That seems a bit unfair, we've missed out here. So, if we can sack King's Landing, we can win this war very quickly. Especially if we take Stannis hostage, but he may be leading troops. Yeah, he is. He's leading troops on Fair Isle, which is a bit weird. I mean, it'd be great if... Oh, I can raise troops. You know what? Let's go deal with King Stannis. Who's our leader? Aegon is our commander. Go make a name for yourself, Aegon. Go and kill King Stannis. We'll speed it up a bit while the army marches, because they can't escape anywhere. They are going to have the tactical advantage because we'll be crossing over. We now have a claim on tendering, so we have to wait a few days until we can change his assignment. Winter is coming, there we go. Come on, kill King Stannis. We've won the... Oh, okay, that's... Stannis has won the siege of King's Landing. King's Landing, Fair Isle. But we have defeated his army. Unfortunately, we haven't captured Stannis, which would be pretty hilarious. And I think now he's going to run all the way out of the Westerlands. So we're just going to disband these troops. There's no point chasing him all the way down. But we won the battle there. We kind of kicked Stannis out of the Westerlands. It'd be great if we could capture him. That would still be hilarious. But instead, we just need to wait to see if the Westerland army can sack King's Landing. Oh no, Amanda Moore! Aww. Sir, I thank you for having me in my household these past years, but I must serve a higher purpose now. King Tyrion III has accepted me into his service, and so I shall leave for Castle Rock immediately. Good luck, Sir Mandan. You've been good for us, but we always knew you were a bit too good. Our mother, apparently, can now be our Marshal. 22 Marshal there. And we have some honorary titles to give out as well. Are any of these any good at duelling? Not quite, but he's got a high martial skill, so we'll just give it to him. Another... I mean, that's it. Oh, Dragonstone. Okay, so Dragonstone... Oh, of course, because he's moved his house now, so someone else rules in Dragonstone. Or he's kind of given the army to someone else. He, of course, sits in King's Landing. Where's our army gone? I'm very confused. Are we still... Okay, we are there. Okay, we're just kind of buried in the other armies that are sacking King's Landing right now. It would be great if we could take King's Landing and end this war. It'd be nice to have Westerland independence, because I feel like that gives us a bit more room to manoeuvre sort of as ourselves. Oh, Gior. Oh, okay. Fascinating. Yeah, it gives us a bit more room to manoeuvre without kind of the throne interrupting. I do want to know who killed Sir Gregor Clegane. I mean, it might have been Sandor the Hound, possibly, who is now serving somewhere... Oh, there you go. He's in New Geese. Or New Gis. I never know how to say it. I presume Daenerys is still... Yeah, Queen of Marine. Hasn't married again, though. Could marry, though. Let's just offer some marriage. Why not? No, it's not going to work. I know it's not. Way clicking all sorts of things. Yeah, so there you go. Lots of movement. Lots of changes. Just waiting. Okay, we have actually sacked King's Landing now, but we've not won the war yet, which is a bit disappointing. I mean, what's the war score at the moment? 16% in favour of King Tyrion. Okay, so Ellen Clegane needs a educator. She's got a poor education and a court education. So if we can find someone with good diplomacy. In fact, Elbert Justicar in Fang Tower will do. Get her to be a decent diplomat for us. I tend to like to spread out the education, so you know, one person will train in stewardship, one in martial, so that I can kind of use my family members a bit more to improve my council. So we are going to try and improve relations with King Tyrion the Imp. Oh, who died? Oh. Why does it keep telling me about people like this? Oh! Wait. What? Just someone on the wall. I'm not that interested in someone on the wall. Although Lord Commander is now Rob. Rob is Lord Commander of the Wall, which I still don't think exists. No, it's still still beyond the wall. So he controls all of this land. Rickon Stark was exiled as well. Oh, poor Rickon. He's somewhere. He's in. Where does he rule? The Gallant Men. Oh, is that a mercenary company? Okay, fair enough. Poor Rickon. Not going very well for the Starks in this playthrough. Lord Brandon is Lord of Winterfell. Lady Arya is married to Amanda Lee, which isn't bad. Oh no, this is Arya, sorry. And Sansa was hanged by Stannis. Yeah, not going very well for the Starks at this point. So, not a lot happening in the war at the moment. We're kind of... It seems very even, actually. It is still 15% in favour of King Tyrion, but... You know, they've sacked King's Landing, they've sacked the capital. I'm not sure what more they can do to win this war quickly. They are still besieging King's Landing to finish off the city and everything. But I think, basically, they need to capture Stannis Baratheon if they want to win this war quickly. Otherwise, it's going to drag on for quite a while, which... You know, if it does become a battle of attrition, I feel like Stannis might win that. He's got, actually equal... Oh, he's mnemonic and depressed. That is interesting. As someone was thrown out the moon door, fair enough. So the heir will be Princess Shireen, who is married to an exile, which is a Lannister, actually. Wow, okay. That got very interesting very quickly. Martin Lannister, the son of Kevin Lannister. Wow, okay. That took a turn that I wasn't expecting. As someone is declaring war on the Reach. One of the Grey Steels or one of the High Towers possibly. Yeah, one of the High Towers is trying to take the Reach. There we go. Very interesting. Can we take the rest of King's Landing though? In fact, no, we've moved out. The army's moved elsewhere, which is strange. What's the war? I'm just keeping an eye on the war score at the moment. 42% in favour of King Tyrion. We could win our independence here, which, as I said, would help us quite a bit. Sir Albert has been a leal? Should that say loyal? I don't know. An able servant, having successfully completed many tasks in aid of Fang Tower. It will be seen as the right and honourable course to reward him with certain incomes and grants, so as to foster greater loyalty. Yeah, I'll give him some money, why not? If he's being good to us, I might as well. So how old are we now? We're only 4, so we've got a long way to go before we are mature enough to... my liege, I have bad news from Fang Tower. My attempts to increase the county levy has met with nothing but failure, and the reason behind this is Master Geryon of Port Fang. He's been nothing but trouble, and our levy reinforcements are down. Good thing we're not going to war anytime soon then, isn't it? Or at war at the moment. But it expires very soon anyway, so... The cook accused me of stealing cookies. A master of whispers insisted I'd stolen his quill, and I was accused of making a lot of mischief. For once I was innocent, I found the perpetrator, Bennis, playing with the quill and stuffing his face with cookies just outside the stable. So I can either become rivals with a Fossaway, or friends. Let's be friends, why not? It'd be nice for him to have a friend. I kind of want to make sure that, you know, we have the same level of... martial as Gregor Clegane, but less hated, I think would be a good way to go. As Margot now needs a tutor as well. She's not actually getting an education at the moment, which is a bit annoying. Do we have anyone who's good at stewardship? Brilliant steward. Tristan, you can educate Margot, who also needs to find a partner at some point. See if we can arrange a decent match. In fact, I'll do that in a bit. I don't want to rush it. I want to wait till... kind of focus on my own character at the moment and try and improve it as much as I can. Right, we'll have another check of the war. I will wrap this episode up quite soon because... Oh! 90%! In fact, no I won't. I will wait to see if Tyrion ends the war in this episode, because that would be very interesting. Iron King Theon of the Iron Isles has inherited Kingdom of the Iron Isles and from King Balon. So Balon has died of... Oh, he's died comatose in bed. Not the way I'm sure he wanted to go. And in fact, both his brothers are also incapable at the moment, so Theon was the only heir, apart from Asher, of course, who's married to Victarion. Interesting. Not going to say anything about that. So they are still at war with King Stannis as well. King Stannis just about winning, but it is very hard to take the Iron Islands. Princess Arryn of the Dawn has declared War of Dornish Independence. There we go. That's going to help Tyrion a lot, because now... hey, Margot's gained 2 diplomacy. Because now Stannis has lots of wars to fight, so he's going to have less men to focus on one side or the other. And King Tyrion is going to score another victory up here, it looks like. So what's the war score? We're going to keep an eye on the war. 95%, 100%. Come on, just declare peace, you know, enforce your demands. Theo Lolliston was mauled to death by a lion. That seems very apropos for a Lannister to do. We've won the siege. Okay, that's for Arryn of Dawn. Why isn't he sued for peace? There we go, okay. King Stannis the Hammer of Hollowed Hall accepted King Tyrion the Imp's... Oh, that's Stannis. I keep clicking the wrong profile. Off. So there we go. The Westerlands are now independent from the Iron Throne. Very, very interesting indeed. He does have a daughter as well, so they do have the bloodline secured. Now, as you can see, there is quite a lot of mess for him to sort out right now. Hopefully these will join back in with him at some point once they realise the war is over. So I think I'll wrap this episode up now. Now we have won independence, which is very interesting. Daemon Cox was beheaded on order of Kings. Stop beheading people! Just stop executing people. That's why everyone's rebelling. And it looks like Dawn have actually gotten an army up there already. Oh, 24 men. Never mind. He has 17,000 men. Dawn have 16,000 men. So it's going to be close. It's going to be an interesting battle there. But I'm going to wrap this episode up right now. It's been very interesting. The Westerlands have won their independence. We are now playing as a 5-year-old child after the death of Sir Gregor Clegane, who was assassinated by someone we'll never know who, though, which is really upsetting. We are developing quite well, though. Our family is developing well as well. And in fact, Olivia is pregnant again, so we're going to have another family member. So, as I said, I'm going to wrap the episode up here. Next time is going to be very interesting as we continue to grow and develop. I may skip forward a few years and then sort of record again, because it's not very interesting playing as a child. I don't really have anything I can be doing, but I'll kind of decide. I might just kind of play on really high speed and see how our character develops a little bit. But for now, I'm going to wrap the video up. If you haven't enjoyed the video, please do feel free to leave a like. It's not compulsory, but it is always appreciated if you do. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.